This local sports report is brought to you by Joe Romeo of Romeo Circle Realty. Contact Joe for all your real estate needs at 519-546-7979 or at romeocircle.com.
Tell us a little bit about what's going on and why you're doing this.
Okay, so tomorrow, myself and my riding partner are actually heading off from London, Ontario to Banff, Alberta on our bikes. We're doing this to raise money for mental health. So a organization called jack.org, which is a leader in youth mental health awareness and raising leaders and everything like that. We're raising money for them. So we have a website for that. And it's just jack.org/bike to Banff, and we're just taking donations at any time. But yeah, we're pretty excited to head off tomorrow.
This is quite a journey
Yeah.
that you're going on. How did you prepare?
So initially, we realized that we were passionate about this before we realized that we were bikers.
Okay.
So, there was something that, this whole thing, we realized there was something that needed to be done, and then from there we decided to start training. So we've been training for about 4 months.
Right.
Lots and lots and lots of hours on the indoor cycle. Unfortunately, the weather was not great for outdoor riding.
The ice storm didn't help.
Exactly. You were very, very correct. But since then, we've kind of recuperated a little bit, gotten some bike tune-ups, and we're getting ready.
What's the regimen been like? How many hours are you putting in a week to prepare for this? Because it's a big trek.
Yeah.
This isn't you riding from London to Windsor. You're riding from London, Ontario to Banff, Alberta.
Yeah. So to kind of handle the thought of, biking through two time zones, which was big for us to think about, we trained at least, 5 to 6 days a week, balancing with being a student and everything, and the whole schedule with that was a little difficult. This hits really close to home.
Okay.
Everyone deals with mental health. 1 in 5 Canadians deal with mental illness. And then so this is kind of important for the 1 in 5 Canadians to get the help that they need and deserve, because, reaching out doesn't mean that you're vulnerable. Reaching out means that you're actually strong.
And I want to say, you told me a couple of minutes ago, you've already raised $5,000.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
That's absolutely incredible. And hopefully, as you start your journey across the country over the next couple of days,
Yeah.
people will also continue to support you and what you're doing, because you're right. Mental health is such an important issue, especially not with people your age, right? And absolutely, it affects everybody. Why is it a personal story for you, Olivia?
There's many people in my life that are super close to me that have all been handling things like this for a long period of time, myself included for a little while, and it's just important to remember that things will get better. You just need to hang on and kind of grind through them when you need to.
Liv, what kind of preparation goes into this? I mean, it's not just like you have to choose your route.
Yeah.
You have to think about safety along the way. Even like media coverage and stuff like that. Like, who did all this planning, and how much planning was it, and what went into this? What sort of things did you think about?
So the two people that are going on this trip, myself and my riding partner, he did a lot of the work. We had very different schedules in terms of school this year, but Google Maps is our best friend.
Makes it easy, doesn't it?
Oh my goodness, I honestly don't think we could be doing this without Google Maps, so thank you, Google Maps. There's also, different cycle shops, honestly, helping us with our bikes and everything. Just for example, like Ziggy's and McPhail's here in Waterloo did a great job with us. They were super helpful, answered all my questions, and everything in terms of eating and that type of preparation, that's going to be kind of an in the moment thing, so hopefully that works out.
We're chatting with Olivia Mickie, who, by the way, is a former star rugby player at Kitchener Collegiate. She won a couple of WICSA championships during her time with the Raiders, and she's going on a journey to raise awareness and money for mental health, leaving tomorrow from London, Ontario to Banff, Alberta. What do you think it's going to be like?
I have no idea.
Right, because you've probably
Yeah.
never done anything like this,
No.
right? Like, what do you think the journey's going to be like?
we just keep saying it's not really a journey, it's more of an expedition. You don't really need to buy bear spray just for a journey. Usually it's an expedition if you're buying bear spray.
Yeah, fair enough.
But
that's another thing we'd never thought of, right?
yeah, no, we had to think of all these different components.
What kind of hours are you going to be riding? Like, what's the plan for any given day?
So generally, like, the whole trip is about 3,500 kilometers.
Okay.
Just over that. So in general, we're riding about 120 to 130 kilometers a day, which is roughly 5 to 6 hours of biking.
Wow.
Yeah, and but we're gonna try to get on the roads early in the morning to
Yeah.
avoid the cars and all that.
Yeah, you don't want to hit rush hour traffic.
Exactly.
That's probably where Google Maps will help you as well,
Good.
right? If you see the big red line, it's
Good.
probably not a good
Detour,
thing.
detour.
Detour.
Are you talking 7 days a week, or are you going to take a day of rest every so often?
So to get there, it's gonna be roughly 37 days, with 5 projected rest days within those 37 days. So if you break it down, it works out to 7 days in a row and then a rest day, and then 7 days in a row and a rest day.
Right, but it'll probably the rest will be more heavily weighted towards the beginning.
Oh yeah, our bodies are gonna take some beating right at the beginning for sure.
I think once your body, though, finds a rhythm with it and
Yeah.
kind of gets used to it like anything else, it's like when you get into a good sleep pattern.
Yeah.
For example, by day 5, 6, 8, 12, whatever it is, I think you'll be raring to go, right? And
Yeah.
the nice thing, too, aside from the money raised and the mental health, it's just a life experience for you, right? And
Seriously.
you're going to see amazing things on that bike, on that
Yeah.
journey. How much does that just excite you from the perspective of, you're going to be riding through mountains and
Yeah.
you get flatlands and busy Ontario and
Well, I'm actually insanely excited for that part. Like,
right.
biking is something I kind of grew up, mountain biking, cross country mountain biking. The Hydrocut's an awesome place that I spend a lot of time at.
Right.
And just in general, the stuff we see there, it just makes me all the more excited to see stuff like that. And
Yeah.
especially early in the morning when you wake up, sometimes you can walk outside and just see things, even the sunrise, it's just ridiculous.
Yeah,
So I'm
for
really
sure.
excited.
And who are some of the people that have supported you in this journey and in getting ready for this journey? Because, did you need convincing?
Oh my gosh, yeah, we need to convincing. The bear spray was not necessarily our idea, but the parents were like,
Yes.
that's something that they
That's
need
why
to
they're
do.
adults.
Exactly. I guess they know what they're talking about.
They do sometimes. Yes, Olivia, they do.
But like I just said, like parents, family members in general, seriously been so supported by them. My parents have been great about projecting the message and everything. It hits home close for all of us. So, and then friends, the girls I live with at school are awesome. Some girls even here were projecting it on their social media and stuff. People taking pictures with us to post.
Right.
It's been really awesome.
Like, this is going to be awesome, first of all. Canada we know, has got to be one of the most beautiful countries in the world. So what a great experience, and how lucky you are to be in Canada, to be able to do something, such a long journey across the country. But what if I wanted to kind of track where you are? This is exciting to
Yeah.
everyone, right? Like, this feels like it's very big, and I mean, what better kind of cause to do it for than mental health?
I want to
which
see
which
where you
affects
are
so many
Tuesday.
people.
I want to know where she's going to be at Tuesday.
Exactly.
Right?
So, have you guys planned something like that so people could track you as you're going along?
Yeah, so we have a projected itinerary, which is pretty detailed and it has all the information everywhere we're staying and everything like that finalized. That can be found. We have a Facebook site, and if you just Google bike or search in Bike to Banff and then ask to join the group, you'll get added in. As well, we have an Instagram account. Same thing, Bike to Banff with the number 2, not 2.
Bike.
We're up and
Bike number 2.
Yes.
Banff.
Banff,
Right.
yes, exactly. And if you follow that, we're making a post there at least once every day or every other day, and then just kind of updating, okay, today we got to Wawa, and we're, next.
Well, on Instagram, are you going to do some live feeds?
Yeah, hopefully. We're going to do lots and lots of projecting just because so many people are involved in this.
Right.
I'd say, between the Instagram and the Facebook will be the number 1 and 2 sources to track us. We also have Strava as well. So for all the bikers out there who know Strava, it's pretty cool to, if we upload a bike at the end of the day and you're like, okay, so today was the biggest day. They went 160 kilometers.
Right.
So-
Yeah, no kidding.
What do you have, do you have some game you guys like to play together? What do you have to keep your mind busy for 6
That's a
hours?
good question.
It's true.
We have kind of decided on we're going to listen to audiobooks. You can't really bike with earphones in, so we're just going to have like a little speaker.
Okay.
And if you hook it up to your phone, then the speaker plays out loud, so that way you can still hear cars.
So if anyone has any audio book suggestions, should
yeah,
they Facebook
seriously,
it?
shout them out to us, and preferably not a monotone voice, because we're not.
So I'm out. I can't do it. Absolutely. When you get to Banff, do you plan on just living there? No more traveling.
I wish.
Yeah.
No, we have a couple days in Banff. We have those could also be backup days in case of bad weather or anything.
Right.
But we have some fun things planned. Like a ton of our friends are living up there working this year, so we are gonna visit with them. We have some whitewater rafting planned.
Cool.
Some hikes. So
what's the celebration at the end?
Uh,
Or do you know? Maybe you can't plan something like that,
True,
right?
maybe just crying.
From exhaustion and happiness,
Yeah,
I would say.
exactly.
A combination of both.
Yeah, but even just sitting out on a patio in Banff, Alberta,
Absolutely.
surrounded by all the mountains and fresh air and everything, that could be celebration enough.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, let's talk KCI rugby.
All right.
Right? You ready? I know you know
Yeah.
they are into the semifinals
Yes.
on Monday. They'll play Bluevale.
Yeah.
Have you had a chance to watch the team a lot this year?
Yeah, I've watched a couple times after I've come home from university.
Right.
My younger sister's on there, so
Okay.
it's always fun to watch her, and even just to see some of the girls that I used to play with, and the new up-and-coming girls who are doing awesome.
Yeah, they've had an amazing year. Another
Yeah.
perfect regular season.
Mhm.
3-time defending WICSA champions. From what you've seen, do you think this is the year that they can maybe get to the promised land?
I think so.
Yeah?
Yeah, for
And
sure.
why is that? Like, what have you seen from the team on the field?
Even just watching them, you watch their faces as they're doing everything that they're supposed to be doing,
Right.
and you can just see the drive and the want
Yeah.
on their faces, which is, other teams have that as well, but KCI has it in spades. They've done really well.
What made KCI rugby so special for you? It was a family, right?
Yeah.
Led by, Jen Armitage and Amy, obviously.
Yeah.
You have memories that'll last you a lifetime from playing high school sports there.
Yeah.
I know you do.
Rugby really brought me out of my shell, coming in as a grade 9 and then all these older girls who are fantastic players, and just being able to play with them and learn from them is something that you don't get from everywhere else. Like,
Mhm.
young programs don't necessarily get that, but ours was deeply rooted, well rooted right from the beginning, and some of the KCI girls are scrappy, and that's exactly what you want.
They are scrappy. I'll give them that. I was at a game the other day,
Yeah.
and it was interesting because they faced a little bit of adversity
Yeah.
in the first half.
Yeah.
They were playing Waterloo Collegiate, and
Oh, I saw that.
and they were down.
Yeah.
They were down, and they hadn't been down all season. And in
Yeah.
the second half, Natalie Armitage scored,
Mhm.
Abby Struick scored, and they just took it to another level. But I thought to myself, maybe this is a good thing for this
Mhm.
group to face that little bit of adversity in the regular season, right?
I totally agree. Yeah, WCI definitely has some girls as well with that drive.
Right.
They have that phenomenal grade 9 player who's just blowing everyone away with how talented she is. And yeah, getting that little scare at the beginning it's good for them, because that can and will happen, and they bounce back perfectly from it. I
Yeah,
thought.
they sure did. They sure
Yeah.
did. What are some of the best things you can say about
Mhm.
KCI as a school and being involved in athletics at the high school level? Because, like you said, it brought you out of your shell. And I
Totally.
think that's a great message to convey to any young athlete who's considering joining a school sport or
Yeah.
a club sport, even outside of high school athletics.
Well, even just at the beginning, when you start, sometimes it's not always the easiest, especially with rugby, because nobody really starts before grade 9.
Right.
So then everyone gets thrown in there together, and you all just kind of have to figure it out. And I think it's the figuring out part. Athletics in general have been amazing for me through my life. And just the connections that you make and everyone that you get to meet, and some awesome role models. Coaches as well. I've throughout this bike and everything, I've reached out to some older coaches that I've had from basketball and everything, and their support has been unwavering, and just how I remember it.
One more plug. One more plug for the bike
Sure,
ride. Starting
sure.
tomorrow, Olivia Mickie is leaving from London, Ontario with her partner. She needs audiobook suggestions,
Yes.
and she's raising awareness for mental health, going almost right across the country, riding her bike. An amazing journey, and great for you, Olivia, for doing this. Everybody
Thank
here in
you.
KW and 519 is extremely proud and hopeful that you have a great celebration at the end. If people want to donate or find out more information, where can they do that?
You can donate at jack.org/bike2banff. and that's a number 2, not the word 2. Yeah, there's some information posted on that page. As well, we are on Facebook as Bike2Banff, again with the 2, and Instagram also as Bike2Banff.
Who is going to win the Wixa Girls Rugby Championship? Last question.
I really want to say KCI.
Sometimes I know the answers for my own questions. Thanks for coming in, Olivia. We certainly appreciate it. For more highlights, visit our website, 519sportsonline.ca. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.